Is Nathaniel Bassey overreacting, or was this an April Fool's Day prank? Because on April 1, the lawyers of Nathaniel Bassey submitted a petition to the Inspector General of Police alleging that social media users were defaming him. In fact, the story as it broke on Punch newspaper read with the title Nathaniel Bassey petitions IG accuses social media users of defamation. That news was carried on the 3rd of April 2024, but the petition was actually submitted on the 1st of April because from what we can see here, Bassey's lawyers submitted the petition on April 1, 2024, alleging criminal defamation and cyber stalking against the social media users identified as Okoronkwo Ejike, Kingsley Ibe, Terence Ekot, and DJ Spoiled Kid. What is the implication of this petition? This is not a suit yet, it's a petition. And it was directed at the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun. That's the IG of police in Nigeria. Many people have come out to say that perhaps it was an April Fool's prank, that Nathaniel Bassey did not really write any petition. But as we can see, it is not an April Fool's Day prank. It is actually a real petition. And according to the press statement released by Fortress Link LP, we can see that really a petition was written. Now, from the press statement, we can gather these few additional information. Nathaniel Bassey indeed reacted. Both reaction and overreaction. Let's read some part of the petition and then we can answer this question, whether indeed Nathaniel Bassey is overreacting. Is it just normal social media posts? Let's read. Part of his statement read thus: you may recall that on the 29th day of March 2024, one Mr. Okoronkwo Ejike made a publication via his Facebook page where he said thus: this is the true face of Mercy Chinwo's child she was hiding after giving birth, but the truth is that this little baby looks exactly like singer Nathaniel Bassey. Nothing anybody one reason me. This child is Nathaniel Bassey's baby. Just maybe there was a secret away match that occurred. Otherwise, how can we make empirical sense of this? Now, many people think that they can come on social media and make certain allegations. This post right here is not different from the post that Very Dark Man made, or the video that Very Dark Man made on his Instagram and TikTok handles, which actually made categorical statements accusing the DIGs and senators of doing things with Bobrisky. Of course, we all know what happened to Very Dark Man. He was invited for questioning and consequently, he stayed over a week in police custody before he was released. We still do not have details of that case, whether or not the people who wrote that petition, who allegedly are Bobrisky, Tonto Dike, Yabo Ojo and the likes, whether or not they will press charges and charge Very Dark Man to court for defamation, or whether or not the police itself, since their DIGs were also indicted, accused, whether or not they will press charges, we don't know. Whether or not the Nigerian senators will also press charges, we also don't know. But this case bears very strong similarity to the petition that Nathaniel Bassey is writing. And is Nathaniel Bassey right to write this petition? Is he overreacting? Nathaniel Bassey, don't forget, is a gospel music minister, a gospel singer, or a gospel musician, as whichever you may call it. And in addition to be a gospel music minister, is also a pastor or in fact a general overseer. I think he say he pastors his own church. So coming out to make any allegations against him about marital impropriety would be a very, very big deal, considering that Nathaniel Bassey is a happily married man with children. And he's not just a happily married man who did traditional wedding or did court wedding. He did church wedding. So if this statement is found to be true, it will cast or have very serious implication for the reputation and even the career of Nathaniel Bassey. So in determining whether or not Nathaniel Bassey is overreacting, we must consider the fact that it is possible that many of the invitations that Nathaniel Bassey will get will be withdrawn because of these kind of statements if it is found to be true. The statement is heavy. Let's read it again. It says, "This is the true face of Mercy Chinwo's child. She was hiding after giving birth. But the truth is that this baby looks exactly like singer Nathaniel Bassey." Now, if that post stopped there, it would have meant no harm, because truly, if you look at that picture, it is possible for one to see the similarity between Mercy Chinwo's child and Nathaniel Bassey. But where it becomes a problem is what the Facebook user Okoronko Ejike says afterwards, and that is, "Nothing anybody one reason me. This child is Nathaniel Bassey's baby." Now that is a categorical statement. That is a categorical statement. He said just maybe there was a secret away match that occurred. Otherwise, how can we make empirical sense of this? We must understand something as social media users. We cannot make statements that we cannot prove. This person says there's nothing anybody can tell him, that he is sure that this child is a child of Nathaniel Bassey, and even goes on to insinuate that Nathaniel Bassey probably made or engaged in some extramarital affairs, playing away match, and then gave birth to this. You see, the gravity of this statement does not only affect Nathaniel Bassey, it also affects even Mercy Chinwo. If Nathaniel Bassey did not react with this petition, perhaps many Nigerians will be convinced that indeed the child was Nathaniel Bassey, and that will be casting negative aspersions on the reputation of and career of Nathaniel Bassey and even that of Mercy Chinwo. So, are we going to expect another petition from Mercy Chinwo too? Because this statement also affects her. We keep our fingers crossed and watch for that. But the truth of the matter is, the person who wrote this statement must now answer for their statement, because this is borderline defamation of character. If Nathaniel Bassey decides to press charges, he will not be overreacting.